This may be hard to believe, but one of the biggest categories out there for e-commerce is toys. And it's incredible how many stuffed animals out there have made people incredibly rich. In today's video, we're going to dive and dissect a brand that does exactly that. I've uncovered a lot of really interesting things to show you here that are not only going to amaze you, but they're also going to teach you how you can approach building a massive e-commerce business, even in a niche that you wouldn't think is necessarily, let's say, a revolutionary niche or a problem-solving niche, right? So this is perfect if you are an e-commerce store owner, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, or if you just love looking into different points of data, perhaps even if you're an investor, actually. So the store I'm talking about today is called Jellycat. Now, you may not know this store if you're from the US, because I didn't know the store and I'm from the US. But the thing is, this is a massive business in the UK. So they're called Jellycat London, and they've actually been around for a good amount of time. But what's crazy about them is that they just sell stuffed animals. That's literally all they do, is they sell stuffed animals and bags, and I guess now they also have books. So they've created an entire brand around, again, just basically stuffed animals. It's really not anything complicated, but they're very nice looking. They do look really cool. So who'd have thought, right? The stuffed animal niche in particular is absolutely massive. I mean, we can see here, for example, somebody actually shared on Reddit some of the profits that they generated in the year 2022, which was 43 million pounds, which is like $60 million or $55 million or something that year. And that's profit, guys. I'm not talking about revenue here. Everybody's always asking in e-com, what's the profit? What's the profit? Well, here you got the profit. So the revenue must have been upwards of multiple nine figures. And this is actually not the first time I've heard of this niche. I've actually seen another similar brand in the US that did something quite similar. This is called Send a Friend, and I'm pretty sure they do over $1 million a month. And what they do is they sell all these kinds of stuffed animals, right? But their angle is slightly different. Their uniqueness is that it's made as a gift, right? It's made to be a gift, not just, well, I guess technically anytime somebody buys a stuffed animal, it's a gift because they give it to their kid. But in this particular case, it's even more so about the gifting angle. And that's really one of the keys to e-com, guys, is coming up with different unique angles that you can have. And I know that because what I do, what one of my companies is a scaling agency called Akemi. And we work with a lot of massive Shopify brands, or at least Shopify brands that are starting to pick up, that are in the seven-figure range typically, and we help them grow significantly through just simple levers such as, Google ads or TikTok ads or Meta ads, right? These are the things that my team does, and that's one of the businesses that I love the most because I get so much data that I can gather. Again, that's a big reason why I do this. If you're new here, that's a big reason why I love, exploring these brands, because it gives me more data that I can then use to recognize patterns across other industries and other businesses that maybe pay me or that work with us, or that maybe I'm an investor in, or that I'm a strategic partner in. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? And also it's a lot of great value for you guys. So this is another great example, right? This is another really, really brilliant example. I love this brand, sendafriend.co. Super brilliant, super genius. But Jellycat in particular, I had never heard of it, but as I said, it's big in the UK. And here's their marketing strategy. This is kind of one of the second lessons. The first lesson is about the market, right? A hot market. And the reason why that's important is because a lot of people will build a product or find a product to launch, let's say with dropshipping, before they think about a market. And it's actually much harder to find product market fit when you do that. It's actually much easier to find a hot market and then find a product that fits within that market. Trust me, it's much easier to do that. Now, they actually don't run ads. Funny enough, they don't run meta ads. I'm sure they're running a lot of marketing and promotional campaigns, but my guess is it's largely influencer based and just locally based, because they are a huge retail brand as well. That's kind of the thing that a lot of other brands don't really have, or a lot of e-commerce brands, is that retail presence, which they do. So as you see, they get massive amounts of engagements. Like literally, some of these posts get 30,000 likes. So this is for a dad's post. It's kind of funny. I mean, they really know what they're doing, these guys. They're very brilliant at marketing and using social media in a smart way, in a branded way. But, it's kind of like taking advantage of meme style marketing. So for example, who would be your desert island companion? And it's just like, pictures of their products, right? So this is a boiled egg. That's pretty funny, right? Backpack panda. So this is just brilliant marketing right here. And these sorts of slideshows on Instagram do so well. So they focus a large majority of their time on it, right? If we look at their TikTok, their TikTok is doing very good as well. And it's actually mostly images. So they're really just taking this slideshow angle. These guys have a brilliant team because slideshows are actually incredibly powerful pieces of content these days, especially for, TikTok and Instagram. And this is what I love about today's day and age, right? This is why I love what I do, because I'm able to spot these opportunities and I'm able to give that to the brands that I work with or the investments that I have. And basically, what the coolest thing is that all of this content is repurposable, right? I mean, look at this, got 229,000 views. And let's see how many likes, 25,000 likes on TikTok. But then guess what? It also got 34,000 likes on Instagram. And I mean, let's see, I'm guessing, on TikTok, or sorry, on Facebook, it was something similar. So let's see if we can find it. Okay, maybe not. I guess they're not posting everything on Facebook, but point is, a lot of this stuff is repurposable, which it's just incredible. Being able to recycle content is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because content already in this age of short form and just, viral social media goes so far, right? So if you're able to now capitalize on other platforms that are also trying so hard to push your content, you're going to be in a great spot as a business owner, especially then if you start tapping in also into the affiliate networks of, such as TikTok Shop, right? Where you can actually get so many people to promote your product for you for a cut. And again, these are all things that we're staying very on top of at the agency that I own at Chemi. So if you are a brand, make sure you fill out our form and let's get in touch. You can get in touch with my team and we can see if there's any room for opportunity. But also, if you're not a brand, if you have a brand or you're starting your brand, you should definitely consider joining a Chemi Lab. So what we did with the Chemi Lab is basically we created a community that is all around e-commerce and growth and scaling, where basically if you don't want to be our client, right, because of course we do charge a decent amount of money, we have great skills, then you can join a Chemi Lab. And what's great about that is you don't have to pay us as a client. You can just join, interact with the community. It's actually free. But then we do have some paid channels that are a little bit more involved. We publish a lot of research, such as what I'm doing here, right? I'm always doing research, and I got a team doing research as well. And it's so valuable to do research. Of course, you got to put it into action, though, I will say. So I'll say this, right? Let's say we did want to build a brand in the space. We can go start looking at Alibaba, stuffed animal toys. Let's see what we can find, right? Let's see if we can find something really cute. There's a lot of really cute stuff. I mean, let's say you built the same thing, but only targeting dog lovers. That's actually not a bad idea. And you can actually get, 1,000 pieces of this for only like $1,000, right? This dog is so cute. And of course you can do this with any other product, right? You can think of another thing. These are really cute. They're kind of extra plushy. And you can come up with a similar angle, right? I mean, we know things that work here, such as the send a friend angle. So maybe this is, send a friend, or maybe not send a friend, but you could name it something different, right? Let's say pen pal. Like, maybe you talk about how you could write, it comes with a little letter and it's for a pen pal. See, same concept, just branded slightly different, and now it's a pop-off brand. So yeah, ultimately, just wanted to talk about this because, $50 million a year is no joke in profit. And there's actually even bigger brands like Build-A-Bear Workshop. They do multiple billion. No, actually, I think they do like 300 million. Let's see. They're a publicly traded company. So let's see. Build-A-Bear Workshop revenue. I'm pretty sure these guys are publicly traded, so we can see, in the last quarter, they did $114 million. They lost money though. Actually, no, their net margin was 10%. That's not too bad. But yeah, so not bad at all, actually. They're doing really, really well. And again, this niche is just growing and growing and growing. It's pretty amazing to see. And it's just amazing to get these ideas, right? I think there's a lack of inspiration sometimes. I think, people are working so hard learning about these productivity tips, etc. But I think this is just my philosophy, at least. You just need to find an idea that you really resonate with and just go all in on it, right? Just really put your foot on the gas on it. And that's really the purpose of this channel, is to give you that idea that's going to light up a fire inside of you so you can just get started. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and that's it. Peace.